The Unseen Caller, Part 2. That night, I sat in bed watching the security camera feed on my phone. I wasn't expecting to see anything, but I felt compelled to keep an eye on it. Around 3 a.m., the camera feed suddenly cut to static, and then, to my horror, I saw something moving in the living room. A shadowy figure emerged from the corner of the room, its form indistinct but unmistakably human. It moved with a deliberate slowness, as if savoring every step. The figure seemed to be heading toward the phone I had left on the coffee table. I felt paralyzed with fear as I watched the shadowy figure approach the phone. It picked up the receiver with an unnatural calmness and began to dial numbers, though I couldn't see its face or hear any sounds through the static. I rushed to the living room, but as soon as I arrived, the figure vanished and the camera feed returned to normal. I was trembling. I checked the phone. The line was dead. I searched the house, but there was no sign of anyone. The front door was locked, the windows secured. I was alone, but the calls persisted. The same distorted breathing, the same unsettling silence. The next day, I called a local investigator. They assured me it was probably just a prankster, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. They checked the phone lines, found nothing unusual, and left with no answers. That night, I decided to leave the house and stay with a friend. I couldn't bear the thought of staying another night, knowing that whatever it was might still be watching. But even away from the house, the calls continued. Each time, the same private number. Each time, the same distorted breathing. I eventually moved away, leaving the old house behind. I never found out who or what was behind those calls. The house was eventually sold to another family, and the calls ceased. But to this day, I can't shake the feeling that someone or something is still out there listening, waiting. And every time my phone rings, I can't help but hold my breath, hoping that whatever haunted me will never find me again.